A fresh poster of 19-year-old Mohammed Salhiyeh shot down in his youth. His face joins the scores of posters of those previously killed in Israeli raids, all a reminder of the grief and violence the people of this camp have suffered for decades.
Anytime the Israeli army storms any Palestinian area, deaths follow. We are talking about Jenin, Tubas and today Al-Am'ari. The bleeding continues and the deaths continue because the Israeli government gave the green light to the army to kill young people who reject the occupation.
Al-Am'ari was raided during the early hours of Wednesday morning. Mohammed was on the outskirts of the camp as the army began to withdraw. It was there he was shot in the head. A sombre atmosphere here in Al-Am'ari refugee camp. The body of Mohammed Salhiyeh currently inside the mosque where they're holding prayers. He's also being carried by his friends and family to his mother's house where she's got to say a final goodbye, and then he'll be buried inside the cemetery in Bireh. Mohammed was born a refugee. The camp was built in 1949 after Israel was established and more than 700,000 Palestinians were expelled from their homes. It wasn't the only camp that suffered from a night of violence during Israeli raids. Nur Shams refugee camp in Tulkarem was the worst hit. 4 Palestinians killed, 2 in an Israeli airstrike and 2 by live bullets. Israeli forces tore up the streets and destroyed infrastructure with armoured bulldozers. And before midnight in Jenin, an Israeli airstrike targeted a car, killing 3 Palestinians. 2 were fighters from the Jenin battalion. More funerals held, an all too familiar sight in this city. Anger turned towards the Palestinian Authority that was holding what the people call political prisoners. In the chaos that followed, security forces shot towards the crowds, injuring dozens of people. Back in Bireh, Mohammed's friends and family march with his body to his final resting place. Now it's time to say goodbye, but they are all too aware that the waves of violence will continue. Laura Khan, Al Jazeera, Bireh, occupied West Bank.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.